Bismillah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah. Our topic, we will still continue with the topic, inshallah, that is the importance of Salah. The importance of Salah. We talk about the importance of Salah in our part 1, but we couldn't finish it, so we will still continue with the importance of Salah. We cannot finish the importance of Salah, which was mentioned in the Quran and which was mentioned in the Prophet Muhammad, the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad and then the tradition of the Prophet Muhammad. We couldn't finish talk less of what the scholar says, but at least we will summarize and talk about some major things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said talk about the importance of Salah in so many verses in Quran. One of them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَأَقَامُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَأَتُوا الزَّكَاةَ لَهُمْ أَجْرُهُمْ عِنْدَ رَبِّهِمْ وَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ وَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. Allah says in the Qurans, indeed, in Surah Al-Baqarah, indeed, those who believe and do righteous deeds and establish prayer and give zakat will have their rewards with their Lord. Will have their reward. لَهُمْ أَجْرُهُمْ عِنْدَ رَبِّهِمْ. They will have their rewards with their Lord. And there will be no fear concerning them. لَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ. There will be no fear concerning them. No will they grieve. وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. They will not feel any form of unsecure. They will be safe in day of the judgment. There will be no fear for them. To establish prayer, you are safe when you establish prayer. You are safe in day of the judgment. There are so many hadiths which come to that to tell us that the prayer is the most important thing. The Prophet Muhammad says, a Salah will be the defiance last on the day of the judgment. The Salah will be the defiance light on the day of the judgment. That will be showing you light. That will be your light in day of the judgment. And the first thing that will be judged in day of the judgment is going to be your prayer. The first thing that will be examined before any other deed in day of the judgment is going to be your Salah. And it will determine one's fate, either hellfire, or paradise. When your Salah is successful, then you will be those who will go to the paradise, inshallah. But when your Salat is failed, you are not safe. The Prophet Muhammad says, إن أول ما يحاسب به العبد يوم القيامة من عمله صلاته فإن صلحت فقد أفلح وأنجح وإن فسدت فقد خاب وخسر. The Prophet Muhammad says the first of his deed for which a man will be called to account on the day of judgment will be his prayer. The first thing that you, my human being, mankind, and the jinn will be encountered, will be questioned in day of the judgment is going to be his prayer. It's going to be the prayer. The first thing they will call you and to ask you about it is going to be your prayer. The Prophet says, فَإِنْ صَلَحَتْ فَقَدْ أَفْلَحَ. If it found to be perfect, your prayer found to be perfect, then you will be safe and successful. فَقَدْ أَصْلَحَ فَقَدْ أَفْلَحَ وَأَنْجَحَ. You will save and you will be successful in other judgment. But when fasadat, if the prayer is defective, he will be unfortunate and will be loser. فَقَدْ خَابَ وَخَسَرَ. He will be loser. Unfortunate, will be loser. So human being, in order, the prayer is the most important thing in Islam. Keep praying and keep constantly praying, because it's going to be first thing that you will be asked for it. So your faith is dependent on your prayer. If you pray sometimes you keep praying, sometimes you are in a problem. A Salah prayer, Salah word has been mentioned in the Holy Quran, like Salah. The word Salah has been mentioned in the Quran 67 times, which indicates about how important it is in Islam. Allah mentioned Salah in Quran 67 times. That indicate the importance of Salah in Islam. Salah provides spiritual disciplines for human being, protection from evils and devil. The Salah, when you constantly pray, you will be spiritually strong. You will be protected, inshallah, when you constantly pray. Before following the marabouts, before going to the marabout, do this for me, I want this, pray this for me. Pray by yourself. Ask Allah, because Salah contains all the most important acts of worship. The most important prayer is in Salah. Everything you need, the God, you can worship your God is in Salah. So when you perform ablution, you stand in front of God, you pray, Allah knows your intentions. He will solve your problem before going to the marabout, before wasting your time, before doing so many things, which you may be having a sin of it. Please perform ablution. Stand even 2 rak'ah at the night. You ask Allah your problems. Allah will solve your problem, because He promised us whenever we come to Him, He will solve our problem. He promised us that. وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ. Whenever we call for Him, whenever we ask for His help, He will answer us. He will be there to solve our problem. How will we ask Allah to solve our problem? Except prayer. We will perform ablution, stand, ask Allah, Allah will solve your problem. Instead of going to someone, you perform ablution straight, go stand, even 2 rak'ah, you pray, Allah will answer your prayer. It will also provide forgiveness from your sins. Allah will forgive your sin if you constantly pray. Your sin will be forgiven. The Prophet Muhammad said that from the 5 daily prayer, from this prayer to this prayer, is forgiveness of your prayer, of your sins, if you distance yourself from the major sin. From the salawat ila salat, from the prayer like zuhur to asr, will be a forgiveness of your minor sin if you distance yourself from the major sin. So salah will be forgiveness of your sins for those who distance themselves from the major sin. And it's also the equality and the sense of Islamic brotherhood among Muslims. It will be equality and the sense for Islamic brotherhood among the Muslims. So Islam has so many important in the Quran, so many important. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ talk about. Prophet Muhammad Ali and the scholars also talk. We cannot finish all the important. Inshallah. Our next topic will be talk about the danger or ruling of those who did not pray, skip praying. What are the judgment for them? What are the ruling for them in Islam? For those who sometimes pray, sometimes did not pray, or those who combine all the prayer at night they pray. Inshallah. Follow me, inshallah.